Aloha! Today we're going to do a live face reading for you. And this is one of my clients, Misty. So I want to do this because we can do a face reading that's shorter or a longer one. And in your face shows you the roadmap that you've been on, your challenges, your superpowers, and also the theme that you're supposed to experience. And we can do this for anything that you want to manifest. A lot of people come though for love, and then some people come for relationships in general, communication, a lot for career and finding purpose, discovering themselves. And so we're just going to do a little snippet here, and I hope that you can find some correspondence to it and it connects you to maybe some tools for you as well. Okay, so I look up your birth date with the year so I can find your Chinese elements in the Chinese medicine wheel. And each one of those elements will have features in your face that show how dominant that element is. And so your birthday is like the computer that you are, and then your face indicates to me what programs you downloaded. So I hope that all made sense, okay? So Misty here was born September 9th, 1986. Yes. And we looked it up in my chart, and her elements are earth, and there's 3 types of earth. So hers is the middle earth, and this earth is wonderful because it's like the mother figure, the labyrinth, and that's like the archetype, and the person that everyone comes to for help and support. This person knows how to get things done or resources, and they're always taking care of other people. So earth elements tend to have like rounded features, and so here on her face she's got the roundness on her nose, and then her hairline really shows a lot of roundness too, and the hairline shows the mother's influence, how her mother influenced her in regards to showing up for other people. And so this feature here, because some people will have a square hairline, this here is one of perfectionism. Yeah. So if you have a rounded hairline, this is also the years of your teenage years. This means you need to be perfect or do things perfect, and your mother's influence was very strong where you had to appear a certain way to people and always be polite. Is this true?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing about this is that sometimes this person lacks the confidence in taking action in the things that they want to pursue because they're always trying to get validation from other people, especially their mother. Is this true? Is your mother still living?
Validation from everybody, but yes.
Yeah, yeah. Is your mother still living?
Yeah.
And what is your relationship with your mom like now?
It's better now that I'm not trying to prove myself all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this feature here sometimes will hold a person back because they're always trying to find validation from other people. If they're doing the right thing, if they're going to offend anyone, they're always thinking about other people. Earth element, so feature there. And then the roundness in her face will always show that her kindness. And so the roundness is kindness, compassion, how community is very important, her relationships are very important. Okay, so the other element that she has is yin wood. And this element, the middle element here is more like your challenges, where you go to for stress. And then her last element is young metal, and that has to do with more the father figure. It has to do with owning your power, making decisions. And so that is the computer that she is. And this year her theme is to own her power, and it's her young metal year. And so the trends and the themes of the father figure will be more dominant for her this year. And so when people come to a reading, they normally want an answer or insight. Misty, what would you like more insight on for this year in this like short little session?
Developing my self-identity.
Okay. All right. So knowing yourself a little bit more and what the next steps are?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So you expressed with me that you're kind of in a transition with like job and motherhood and all these things, right? And you've got 2 kids, right?
Yes. 10 and 4.
10 and 4. Okay.
Very different spectrums. Almost
Yeah.
Teenage and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so if you could, and you can, what is your joy? What would you like to do?
I'm really, the art thing like sticks with me a lot. So what I should be doing, what I want to be doing, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. So you have incredible insight with your eyes. Okay. Look at her. Look how big her eyes are. So these eyes take in a lot of energy from other people. Okay. And I'm glad that they're kind of set back a little bit so that she's just not trusting of everyone. There's a little bit of like reserve where they have to earn it. I can tell too that she's lived a lot of life because of her under eyes. Okay. Okay, and so these lines right here are actually called joy lines too, and this is her water element. She's held back a lot in unshed tears, and so what we need to do is really heal some of these beliefs, and maybe some on the father level and the father lineage line, because that's where you get the confidence, and that this year is her young metal year. Okay, yeah. And so we need to check in with that in a reading more in some of those beliefs, so you know who you are, and then you can read to find them. Okay, so then your eyebrows, do you pluck, tweeze, shape them?
They've had the shape, and I just clean them up underneath, but they've had the shape.
Okay, so don't mess with your eyebrows more, because that's your confidence. It's also your liver strength. Okay, and if you look here, she's got two different eyebrows, and they kind of thin out here. This one's shorter than that one. Okay, and they're spaced kind of further away. So this means that she's always thinking about other people and making decisions for them. However, she doesn't really have a lot of patience for them because her eyebrows are shorter. She's great at starting things, but she kind of trails off at the end because of maybe that confidence, or just the earth elements love to have other people doing it with her. And so accountability and support and a team and family are really important. So it's really important for her to share what she wants to do, even though she may be afraid to, and being vulnerable with it. Okay, and so this side too, it's thinning out. It's natural for you to have thinner eyebrows as you get older, and this is also an indication of a weak nervous system, and so she always wants to tend to her nervous system. The metal element also has a very high sensitivity to environments and EMFs, so that's a big factor for you too. If you're not getting sleep, it may be because there's too many electric things, and so I would recommend, like at night, unplugging as many things as you can, so you're not like with all those like waves, you know, affecting you. Okay, and that does affect you a lot. And spaces are really important for you too, especially with the earth and the metal element. Okay,
it's my other element, the other half of me that likes to sleep with the TV on.
Got to shut it off.
Yeah.
You've got to close the tabs so that you're not thinking more and ruminating, and that impacts you. Okay. Yeah. And so then this way you can dream. And this year it's about you dreaming again and knowing what you want. Okay. Yeah. So the your big eyes though take in so much, but you live so much from your heart too. So I really would advise you to journal a lot and see how many things that come up for you and the consistency of it. You do actually know yourself quite a bit more than you think you do. And the reason is because you've got these wonderful lines here. They're called purpose lines. That doesn't mean that you've discovered what you necessarily are going to do for the rest of your life, but you're very much like in tune with your desires. It's just maybe you need people to support that similar tribe, and so that you can grow that and discover that about yourself, okay, and boost you up. Okay. Yeah. 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 I know that maybe like right now financially you don't feel like you have enough, and everyone feels that, especially these days, right? But you actually are really good at manifesting and bringing what you need because of the shape of your nose. Okay, have you ever had any nose construction or breakage or anything like that?
So one thing about my face I don't like.
Okay, so your nose is your power box. It's also the decade of your 40s, and you're going into your 40s. And so the 40s is actually going to be such a strong decade for you. You don't have any lines here that hinder like a breakage and such, you know, but the side of your nose, it does kind of dip down here a little bit. Right now, you're just going to be climbing up, and then there's going to be a little bit of a dip after your 40s, but then you're going to get back right up again. And you're very thoughtful of the way that you spend money, okay, because of the way that your nostrils are. So the nostrils show how much like you give or like money comes out of it. So for you, it's you're giving if someone asks you because of your kind heart, okay. And so, but just maybe look into like where it has failed you before, or like how much you can, and seeing if you can trust that person or not, okay. But if you do get stressed, where you get stressed though is your lower back, like right here, like just right above the mid, so not like way lower, but does that make sense? Yeah. Is that true? Okay, yeah. And so right now, it's just for you to get that vision of what you want, okay, and then finding the right people to do it, okay, because, and not waiting too long, waiting for validation and other people to approve it, and you know, and you own it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So I also really love this dimple right here. Show her dimple. Yeah. So that dimple is a mark of a charmer. It's her need to bring joy to other people. And so sometimes she's too overgiving. So there's, you know, pro and con to everything. And so just to watch that, and that people really love her smile, and that she needs to smile more. Yeah. So that's just a little one. I kind of babbled more than I probably should have, but we can go more in depth, and we can do that for you as well. So you can book an appointment online at soyouboutique.net. Once again, soyouboutique.net.